Hunter Biden has been indicted, and I think his father is behind it. Hello and welcome to Sweet Home California. My name is Jennifer, and yes, I think that President Biden threw his own son under the bus with this indictment to get the heat off of him. Take a look at the last number of times news has broken about President Biden and his dealings with Ukraine and China and everything else. Seems like anytime we get any sort of traction, any sort of news breaks about it, an indictment happens. The last four times it's been President Trump. And I think they finally run out of gas as to what other things they can charge President Trump with. Plus, even if they could come up with more things to charge him with, I think they're finally seeing the handwriting on the wall that with each indictment that has been against Trump, his popularity has only gotten better. His numbers have only gotten better. So what are you to do when the heat is back on? We're talking about indictments. We're talking about some sort of September, October surprise where apparently President Biden may be on tape completely indicting himself. We don't know exactly what, but I've been hearing a lot of that going on in conservative circles, that they're expecting it to come out anytime between now and October 31st. So all of a sudden, this charge from 2018, where Hunter Biden fraudulently filled out a form to purchase a handgun. It was I believe it was a Colt revolver. And he said that he was not addicted to any sort of illegal substance, and that was a blatant lie. From Hunter's own words, he had a book that he put out that admitted that he was addicted to cocaine and taking illegal drugs. Haley, his dead brother's wife, he was involved in a relationship at the time, and that particular gun wound up in a trash can behind a grocery store. They mention the grocery store, but they don't mention the school that was right across the street from it. They never were able to recover that gun. Secret Service apparently went to the shop where this gun was purchased and requested the documents. So they knew way back then, back in 2018, that this was a really bad thing for Hunter Biden to have done, and they were already trying to kind of cover things up. But it didn't matter. We still have the copies of that form. They can't deny that he filled out that form, and apparently it could be up to 15 years in prison for falsifying one of those forms to get a gun. And Biden, who has always been against firearms, how has his son escaped being indicted for the last 7 years, 2018 to 2013, 5 years, all right. For the last 5 years, how has he escaped it? Well, because his father was going to be running for president. He was vice president. Now he is president. Those are all reasons why he has not been indicted. So why is he being indicted now? Well, I think it's because Biden allowed it. That could be one theory. Another theory is that President Biden is losing all the leadership in his party, and that he is being pushed out, and they're doing that by letting his son be indicted, and then President Biden himself will be the next domino to fall. But this particular indictment, there's so many things that Hunter could be indicted for, right? This particular one is all on Hunter. This has nothing to do with implicating his father in any way. This is what Hunter did, going into a gun shop and falsifying those documents. All the other things he could possibly have been indicted for, with the tax fraud and not registering as a foreign agent and all these deals with the Ukraine, those are things that would implicate his father directly. So that's why I'm more of the opinion that possibly this is his father himself trying to get the heat off of it himself and putting it on his son. Wow. Father of the Year, Joe Biden, Father of the Year, absolutely. You have been a horrible role model for your children. You have used them their entire lives. I pray for that whole family, because this is the trauma that's involved in his children's lives and everything because of his father's ambitions is just truly, truly appalling. Trump has weighed in on this. If you want to check out what Trump had to say on Truth Social. Interesting, other than his own mugshot, Trump really hasn't done too much with Twitter. I don't think he's done anything else on Twitter. Everything I've been seeing has been coming up with Truth Social. So let me know your thoughts on that, what you think about Trump, whether or not he's going to dump Truth Social or he's going to continue on Truth Social, whether or not he's going to ever be on Twitter again. I'd like to know your thoughts on that too. Also, what do you think is going to happen with the whole Biden thing? I let my opinion be known on another video I did, that I think Newsom is somehow going to be running against Trump. That I think, and this indictment against his son, I think just is one more step closer to that. Whether or not Biden is aware of that, I think this is one more step to him being forced out of the office, so that the younger generation, the more articulate generation, can take over. But I just want to let you all know there are a lot of good things that are going on in this world. Yes, things are scary, and we've got things going on with Russia and Ukraine. We've got reports of perhaps our food supply being impacted again with new fires in plants. We've got potential intentional fires in Maui. Those are all things that certainly you can be concerned about. But in the Bible, it says, do not be afraid, or do not fear, or fear not, or some semblance of that, at least 365 times in the Bible. That's one command to not fear for every day of the year. And I got to go to Grace Fest last weekend, and this is one of the articles of clothing I got, because I think that it's inspiring. These are, whenever I'm wearing any of my Christian gear, I get so many positive comments out there in the world, and sparks conversations. For those that don't even talk to me about it, well, maybe it'll just be that spark that they need, that they'll go home, crack open the Bible, and see what my shirt, my sweatshirt, whatever, was talking about, and they'll find more. So anyhow, I just wanted to end on that positive note, that God is in control. Our job right here is not to solve the world's problems, but to follow God's will, and we can do that by praying. And this whole mess that we're in right now, God's got it in control. This is the fire that people are forged in. This is where character comes out. Always shine a positive light whenever you can. Don't go down to the level of violence, of being mean to others. Always try and look at things from another, from their point of view. Like everything that Hunter has been in. I mean, I believe that he has been so negatively influenced by his father. It's just really sad to see. And I feel for him. I pray for him. I pray for Joe Biden. I don't know, why he's in the situation that he's in, but we have to pray for our leaders. You don't resort to violence. Please try not to resort to name calling and things like that. That's the way that we're going to win people over to our side and to God's side, and hopefully have that revival in our country that we really truly need. And that's what's going to fix this world. Anyhow, God bless, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.